bunch of coins.
Well, that's 10,000 coins that won't grade perfect because that's what gets what's called a strike through. And we'll just get them all back and they say strike through at 12 o'clock on the obverse. And all of a sudden, you know, you see this little tiny thing that's like a rag impression, you know, a little piece of dust.
Do they do them over?
No. they're just not 70.
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah, it's like too bad, you know? And so that's why in this particular coin, because of the design features of this, for whatever reason, extremely difficult to get this coin in absolutely perfect condition. You'll see far more of these available in 69, you know, one grade lower than you will in EU 70. And so as you can see, these are going very, very quickly.
They sure
With
are.
everybody on the phone, we maybe have 150 or 200 remaining is all that we're going to have.
All right, well, keep shopping. You can call in, you can go to hsn.com, or you can use that free downloadable app to your smartphone or your tablet. We are jumping into hour number 2 of our 2-hour primetime show with Mike Mizak, who's our resident numismatist. So still to come is the 2019 S-Mint, San Francisco Mint, perfect condition, PR70, die cam of the first day edition, limited edition, 1,298, and we've sold there's a little over 600 left actually.
And we started with 1,300 on the day.
Yeah, we already gave you like a look at this. 1,300 on today? That's how many you started with? This like 1 a.m.?
12.98.
Oh wow, these are okay.
We're over half sold out with one primetime presentation. And are we going to get back to this?
We are.
Will we have another look at that?
We are gonna.
That might be it. That might be
it. So just want to give you a little peek. We will be doing another presentation of that in this show, but we are going over to the wall of coins. These are all in the original government packaging. It's the first 25 years of the San Francisco Mint proof sets, 1968 to 1992.
The last time we aired this, it's got to be a couple of months.
Do you know it doesn't say in my card?
It's got to be a couple of months.
I don't remember.
Forever.
Yeah, I don't remember
forever, and I'll tell you why. Traditionally, I mean, the American proof sets, the United States proof sets, it's the bell cow of the American, the U.S. Mint, in essence. They've been making proof sets since 1936. Everybody wants proof sets. They're made expressly and exclusively for collectors. The only way to get United States proof coins is in United States proof sets. They're absolutely special, and it's eagerly anticipated release every single solitary year that the United States government does these coins. So, they made it from 1936 to 1964. They made it at the Philadelphia Mint. They made proof sets at the Philadelphia Mint. Then they decided to move the proof-making capacity of the U.S. Mint from the Philadelphia Mint to the San Francisco Mint. In typical government fashion, that took 3 years. Okay.
Immediately in 3 years.
Immediately in 3 years.
Right.
And so 1968 is the very first San Francisco minted proof set, where they make it still to this day. They make the proof sets at San Francisco.
Now, does that particular set have more value because it's the first?
Sure. And it has a silver Kennedy in it and all that other stuff, blue box. And look at these boxes. It comes with the boxes. Now, you have to understand, these are cardboard boxes that are like 50 years old, okay? So it's a big deal that they come with the boxes. In many instances, the boxes are harder than the coins, okay?
Yes.
And that's right. So what you get is the first 25 years of the S-Mint proof sets, the first quarter century of the San Francisco minted proof sets for $299. So do the math, that's $12 a set. That's $12. If you buy a current year of issue proof set from the United States government.
How much is that?
I think it's $32 with shipping and handling.
So this is less than half.
Yeah. If you buy a 2012 set, from, you know, because it's sold out from the Mint, the 2012 set's going to run you, I don't know, $275.
One set.
One set for the 2012. 2011's about 150. The 2010's about 110. Well, how about all these for 12 bucks? Now here's the big deal on this, and this is why you see all the Eisenhower silver dollars, because what happens with this and why these are getting harder and harder and harder to get is because the vast majority of coin dealers, myself included, instead of selling them like this, whoops, as I keep reaching in there, instead of selling them like this, we literally break them open and sell them individually. So let's say you're a Kennedy half-dollar collector. The only way to get a San Francisco minted Kennedy $half is out of one of these sets. So if I want the first 25 years of San Francisco minted Kennedys, the only way to do it is take 25, these 25
Crack
sets,
them all open.
Literally break them open with a hammer and take the Kennedy $half out. So based on that, the value on a coin-by-coin basis for just the $half, which is what I sell, you know, for the nationally advertised catalog, you know what, the Kennedy $half are $299.95.
Just for the Kennedys.
Just for the Kennedys. So it's like buying the Kennedys.
And getting everything else.
We're going to get you everything else.
In original government packaging.
With the original
boxes
government boxes,
everything.
so you're basically buying the Kennedys. So let's say, for instance, instead of the Kennedys, you want to buy the Eisenhower dollars, which started in 1973. Okay, now remember, proof Eisenhower dollars are only available in the proof sets. So we have 73, 74. We have the bonus dual bicentennial years. The bicentennial did not take us by surprise. We knew it was coming. And so we made bicentennial coins in 75 and 76. They're type 1 and type 2. So then you have the bicentennial, then you have the Eisenhower there, and then the 78. So if you add in those, the Eisenhower dollars coin by coin are just about 150 bucks. For those 6 Eisenhower dollars. How about the Susan B. Anthony dollars? You want 79, 80, and 81 in the Susan B. Anthony dollars. I've got those. That's going to run you 60 bucks, $20 a coin.
Wow.
So the dollar coins in here, 200 bucks. So you're going, okay, well that's how about let's look at the lowest common denominator, the Lincoln cents. So you have to understand, there's a lot of Lincoln penny collectors. Yeah. The S-mints out of these years are very difficult to get. The price, I told you, prices have gone up. Those are the prices that went up most significantly. It's almost $200 for the Lincoln cents.
For just the Lincoln cents.
For just the Lincoln cents in here. We're $299 for everything. As a matter of fact, by the time I looked it all up, for all the ones, and they were missing a few of the coins, a handful, literally 3 or 4 coins, we were over $1,000 coin by coin. We're over $1,000 coin by coin. So when you look at this, I think you have it in your card there. How many coins here? I think it's 134. Does it say?
134, yes, that's 134. It, exactly, thank you.
Good guess.
You asked me questions without my glasses, Mike.
Yeah, right.
It took me a second to focus.
So we have 134 coins.
134
so we're
coins.
looking at $2.50 a coin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh.
Okay.
What?
$2.50 a coin.
What?
Right.
That's
and understand,
crazy.
that's how people do them. They break them open, they buy them, they break them open, and that's what they do. And so all the Kennedy half dollars, I have them listed here on a coin by coin basis. So I'm starting up here. 1875, 2340, 2995.
That's not for the whole set.
No, that's just for the Kennedy
coin.
half dollar that you're paying $2.50 for. The Eisenhower dollars, 2650, 2375, 28 1/4, $25, 1990, 2120, and then the Susan B's, 21, 20, and 20. I mean, the Lincoln cents.
You could start your own coin shop with this.
Yeah, you could.
You could.
The one right in front of you, that little Lincoln cent there,
right here?
that one right there, that one's only
right
$3.
Okay, $3, but still, it's still
But you know
low.
this one? $19.90.
Why is that one so much more valuable than this one? Well, it's just harder to get?
91's just harder to get.
Harder to get.
You know, just harder to get. And so then you have 11 1/4, 14 1/4, 12.90, 12.75, $11, $11. That's why it's almost $200 for the Lincoln cents. I mean, the dimes are 85 bucks.
For all the dimes. And then it's $2.99 for the whole thing.
That's still more than $2.50. The Kennedy half dollars by themselves average the price that we're charging you for the entire thing.
That's such a steal of a deal. Wow.
Now here's the
coins.
other incredible part of that I want to go over is the fact that these coins are coming in original government packaging. Yeah. Okay. I want to take that. Do you mind holding that?
No, not at all.
For a second. Let me grab this. What's that? Looks really nice. 1978. So we're gonna. Oh, I take that back. Let me not do this one. I know what I want to do. I want to go over here and I want to take this set and this set. The 2 bicentennial sets. So if you look at these 2 sets, you have 1975 and 1976, both bicentennials. Remember, you're paying $24 for these 2 sets. These 2 coins right here are $55.
We've done presentations of bicentennial coin, like just separately, just for that, you know, the bicentennial.
Now go in here. Can we get in really tight? I'm going to try to hold this as steady as I can. I'm old and it's hard. Okay. Check this out. Look at the dollar. We want to focus on the dollar right there. Okay.
You got that Liberty Bell.
Look how the L's are different. These are kind of fat. These are kind of skinny. Type 1 and Type 2. Those are distinctly different bicentennial dollars. You need both of them to complete your collections. That's why these 2 coins are about $55 or $60 just for the pair of those. Remember, you're paying $5 because you pay $2.50 a coin. Yeah. By the way, you're going to get 2 bicentennial half dollars, 2 bicentennial quarters in proof condition. So do not confuse those with regular issue coins. You have to understand, proof coins are specifically made by the United States government for collectors. You have to understand, not a single solitary one of these coins was ever made, intended, or released into circulation. So when I say people open these sets up to try to get the coins out and sell them individually, it's because they have literally no other choice. So if you want a 1991 S-minted Lincoln cent, your only your only option is to go to this set, wrap it up in a towel, smash it open with a hammer, and that's why this coin is $20.
Wow.
That's why this coin is $20 and this coin right here is $14.75. That's why coin by coin, you're paying $12 for this set, coin by coin. That set's like 65 bucks.
And none of these have been touched by human hands?
No, no, they're all in the original government packaging, just as they, because the only way to open them up is literally with a hammer. These are all ultrasonically sealed, so there's no way to do anything with that. I want to bring it to this. So this is the package, and some of the packages have a little ding or something here or there, but understand, it's cardboard.
It's cardboard, and that's the oldest.
This is a 50-year-old piece of cardboard, folks, that the United States mint. And so this is where, you know, the set rubbed against this blue for 50 years that you're going to have right here. We individually hand select these so that we give you the best of all possible sets. Like I said, every now and then they have a little, they kind of have a little tiny crease in them because it's just not possible to get them perfect. Because there are people who buy like perfect sets of these. The box itself can sell for $10 or $12 or $15 if the box is perfect.
Oh, interesting.
Just the empty box that's going to be had in this. Here's the 1978. Spectacular. One thing I want to show you that's pretty cool. So in all these Eisenhower dollar sets, you see I show you these sets right here. There's an extra little piece that they actually come with that has the U.S. Mint seal on it. I'm going to take this right here, and I can't use it because it goes like this. Okay?
It kind of pops in there.
And what it does...
Oh, look at that. It's like a little stand.
Yours all come with this.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, United States, that has the U.S. Mint seal raised on it, but I have to take them off, okay, to put them up here, because if I do this, they'll
all flop
that one will
over.
probably fall and break here in just a minute. But we're going to chance it just like that, okay? So that you're
Nobody move.
Nobody move, that's right.
Nobody move.
And so, so all the pieces are there.
So they all come with that.
They all come with
like
that.
A little
now,
stand.
everybody's used to, like in today's world, the United States Mint puts certificates of authenticity all in their packages. They don't start putting certificates of authenticity in until 1984. And of course, where they are appropriate from 1984 on, you will get the United States Mint Certificate of Authenticity. Prior than that, the Mint did not include them, so we can't, if they don't include them, I can't include them. There you go. So there's the United States Mint. It tells you the certificate. It tells you the composition and who designed it, and the obverse and the reverse and the size and all the edges and everything that you want to know about your coin set. And of course, that comes included with this as well. Oftentimes, when we buy these sets, the certificate of authenticity is missing. And so when I sell these coins individually, I buy, let's say, 100 of these sets, 20 of them I can use in this collection. Because all the rest, there's a tarnished coin, it's missing the certificate of authenticity, the box is a mess. So to get all 25 of these in original United States government issue packaging at $12 a set, less than almost 70% off the coin by coin price, is it any wonder I've not been able to do this for months and months and months? Because I've literally got to put these, it's not like I call the proof set guy and say, hey, send me 100 of these. I buy 80 of these and 20 of these and 12 of these and 9 of these.
And you're missing 1 year, and you got to wait for that year to come in.
And then we got to wait.
Because you got to have all of them.
Right. For us, it was 83. I don't know why. 83's all of a sudden disappeared. Let's understand, the United States government last made these in 1983.
Right.
So you got to find someone who literally bought it in 1983, has been hanging on it, and somehow wants to get rid of it.
Right.
And they don't want to get rid of 1 or 2 or 3 or 5. I got to get 100 of these. I have to have 200 of these. I got to have 300 of these before we can bring it on the air to be able to sell it, because a dozen or 2 dozen or 5 dozen just doesn't do me any good.
Right.
So you get them in original government packaging, just like the Mint made them, for a third of what the Mint charges for them now, less than a third of what the individual coin by coin price is. Every one of them individually hand-selected. It's the first 25 years of the San Francisco Mint. It's incredibly affordable. It's amazingly desirable. And we put all of those things together, and you know what you get? You get collectability at a phenomenally high level.
It's a quarter of a century of every coin. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
It's all of the proof sets made from 68 all the way through 92. And remember, 68 was the very first year of the Kennedy of the Kennedy S-minted half dollar. As a matter of fact, it is. As a matter of fact, there's 3 S-minted silver Kennedy half dollars, 68, 69, and 70. That's why those 3 coins, which you pay $7.50 for in here, are $65.
Right, and our audience is everything from novices to dealers, coin dealers. So for someone who's brand new, maybe just give you a second, like what is a proof coin? Just for the basics.
A proof coin is a presentation coin. It's made by the United States government expressly and exclusively for the collectors. It's not made for circulation. It's not made to put out there. It's a coin that's struck multiple times under higher pressure that gives it this mirror-like finish. They only come in these sets.
They're prettier.
They're prettier, yeah, they're way prettier.
That's how I
None of them are ever released into circulation. They only come in here. So if you want American proof coins, the only way to get them in is in original United States government issue proof sets. And what this is the first quarter century of the San Francisco minted proof set. If you took the first 25 years of the Philadelphia minted proof sets, which was 36 through 64, you're looking at probably $50,000 or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, what are the other?
Well, the 36 is an $8,000 set.
What year was the very first proof coin?
1936.
I wasn't trying to stump you, but I did.
The first proof set was 1936.
It was the very first proof set?
Well, the first proof set was 1936. That's about an $8,000. They started making proof coins in the 1700s. They were originally done to see what the coin would look out and then be handed out to dignitaries. They'd only started making them proof sets for collectors, for us common folk, in 1936.
And that was the very first set? That
was the very first set. That 1936 set, always highly desirable. Like I said, $7,000 to $10,000
for just that one set.
Just for that set. If you get one in incredibly high grade, it could be $300,000 or $400,000 probably as a registry set of the 36s. So these are the first 25 years. Those are the Philadelphia coins. This is the first 25 years of the San Francisco minted coins.
That's good for me to know, just in case I'm on Jeopardy. So I always like to ask you these. I'm surprised you've never been on the show because you know everything. No. All right, so the item number is 664749, and we've got more to come in this hour. We have a set of a Lincoln cent coming up. Very, very popular already. Is a 1,300 sold today already. 2019 West Point Mint, the 69 first day of issue, limited edition, 1776, set of 3 Lincoln cents.
I think we only have, what, 300 or 400 left is all we have.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna ask how many we had. We are live on Facebook, by the way. I do want to mention that. And these Lincoln cents are a customer pick. There's the item number if you want to start ordering. Certainly you can do that at any time, but you do need the item number. It's 674747. So we've got about 45 minutes left of our 2-hour coin extravaganza.
Yes.
And we're moving on to our next item, which is the 2019 RP70, which is the grading company, first day of issue, U.S. Mint Pride of Two Nations set. This one is $369.95.
Because I didn't grade the maple leaf.
Okay.
So we had a lot of people who bought the set, bought the American set, bought the Canadian set, but say, look, I want basically an extra American Silver Eagle certified. I mean, one of the Canadian coins is enough for me.
And the certification of the Eagle is it perfect?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Yep, there you go. Oh, so it's right there on the top line too. Okay.
Now what we're going to give you is I'm going to give you the Canadian coin and the original government packaging.
So it's going to come right in there.
So this is the way it's going to come to you, just like this. So you're going to get this with this empty, because that's going to be certified perfect, and then the Canadian modified proof coin is going to come like this. So you're going to actually get the packaging with this one. Okay, so this packaging is going to come with your set, including the certificate of authenticity and all that. But this coin will then be, you know, down here. So it'll be like this. So you're going to get the American Silver Eagle that's going to be certified absolutely perfect.
Right, so the American one is certified. The other one comes in the original packaging.
Packaging, yeah. And this all would have come in there, but this one's certified. And the reason I did this was this. So we sold the pair for $499.
Very popular.
100 or 120 left or whatever it is in the entire, out of 776.
Yeah.
And people are saying, okay, I bought that, I like that, I want to get the pair. But I'd really like, because this is such a significant coin, such a phenomenal coin, because it is only found in this set. Okay, you can only get this. I want an extra American Silver Eagle, or I don't want the Canadian coin certified at all, and I just want the American coin certified.
But they want the packaging to have the set to talk about the story.
So you want to put that all together and be able to do that.
Because you do get the coin.
100%. So you do get the maple leaf coin, which is an ounce of silver. It's a modified proof coin. I think in the marketplace, these bring about $70, $80, $90, $100 just like this. Okay, just in the government packaging with that uncertified and ungraded. Now we're going to, but I'm going to do the American coin, absolutely certified perfect, first day of issue, and I have 1,027 of these. I have 1,027. So let me talk about the American coin. and why it's so significant. So first of all, the United States government does this fantastic collaboration, first time ever, with the Royal Canadian Mint. And they decide to put two coins out concurrently, kind of, as a collaboration. And so the United States Mint does the American Silver Eagle. The Canadian Mint, of course, does the maple leaf, silver maple leaf. Those are kind of, like I said, those are the bellwether coins. Those are the standardized coins. They're the most popular silver coins in the world, are basically these two coins that you have right here. Certainly the American Silver Eagle is. The United States Silver Eagle, since Ronald Reagan signed the Liberty Coin Act into law in 1986, has been incredibly sought after and highly collected. They started doing special issue United States Silver Eagles in 1995 with the 10th anniversary. That coin to this day still brings $20, $30, $40, $50,000 for that coin because they only made 31,000. They've done additional special issue sets. They started in 2006. They did a reverse proof coin. They did 250,000 of them. That coin went crazy. To this day, that coin sells for significantly more than $369. They made 250,000 of that coin. And they made another reverse proof coin in 2011 that they made 100,000 of, which is the same exact number of this coin that the United States Mint sold. And that coin, in this condition, sells for $1,000 to maybe $1,500. If I had any of them, I'd be about $1,000 to $1,500. They did another reverse proof coin with a mintage of 250,000 in 2013. 2012, they actually did another one, 2012, 2013. And those coins in reverse proof still bring at least $369, $399, $499, even though there's 250,000 plus.
Well, this makes sense that you did it this way, because if people really are focusing on that one coin of the set, this is the way to do
100%. So now they've not made a special issue Silver Eagle of any kind since 2013. They've not made one, nothing, absolutely no special issues. They've made proof coins, uncirculated coins, and mint state coins. That's it. The regular annual issue coins, that's all they've made. They've made no special issues for almost a decade. So you have a lot of pent-up demand for that. Okay? Now, this year, not only do they make a special issue coin, but they make a unique special issue coin. This is not just reverse proof. This is, as you can see in the label up there, enhanced reverse proof. It is the very first enhanced reverse proof Silver Eagle ever made by the United States government. It is absolutely stunning, and I can tell you right now, it will be the most beautiful Silver Eagle in your collection. That is an absolute guarantee when you get this coin home. It is 100% stunning. Look at that. As you can see, this is the way Adolph Weinman, who originally designed this. This design was originally on the Walking Liberty $half in 1916. Considered to be the most beautiful silver coin ever made by the United States government. This is Lady Liberty wrapped in a flag, striding into a rising sun as America is rising to prominence in the world today, that you're going to have in 1916. And so this is the way he intended it to look, and it was not even technologically possible until 2019 to be able to do the enhanced reverse proof, because they do so much laser work with this, special finish on the dies.
Even like in the skirt, you see like the stripes. I mean, just doing that work right there. I mean, I don't even know.
It has
that's
to be done
amazing.
by machine. I don't even know that you can do it by hand.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And so that's why
Look at
it
that.
does it. So now you have.
You can see the two finishes side by side perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely.
The stripe,
You have a 100% unique coin. It only comes in this set. So we'd sold a lot of the pairs certified, but many people said, like I said, I already bought it, or I just want the American coin. Unfortunately, I don't have that many. It only 1,027 of those. It's a difficult coin to get. You do get the Canadian maple leaf in the original packaging. So all that comes with it. It's just the Canadian maple leaf is just not certified. If you want to certify it, that's fine.
Someone could just go ahead and certify it if they wanted to.
You could 100% do that.
If they have a coin from your today's special, if they have a certificate.
Yeah, if you still have a certificate, use that. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the way I would do it.
100%
Save that certificate that we do once a year.
So you have this unique collaborative effort. You've got a coin that's only available in here, and then a coin that is functionally phenomenally rare. Because the United States Mint only sold and sold out 100,000 of these sets. And while that seems like, 100,000, that's a fair number. The average mintage of an American Silver Eagle is 40 million coins. The average mintage of a proof American Silver Eagle is almost 1 million coins.
Right.
I mean, so when you look at this, so now you have a coin that's worth 100,000 of them, and it only exists in this set. And this type of finish, this enhanced reverse proof, has never been done before on a United States silver coin. It's the very first time. So it's unique by finish. It's unique by denomination. It's unique by collaboration. And then on top of it, It is stunningly desirable because of the grade as well, that it's certified enhanced reverse proof 70, absolutely positively perfect.
Do you think they're going to do more collaborations? Are they going to go kind of around the globe? Or
Absolutely. They have every intention of that.
Yeah.
They actually did a collaboration just before this with the Royal Australian Mint.
Oh, cool.
I've said it's almost impossible to find. Good luck finding it. It's $400 or $500. And the United States Mint didn't even do a silver eagle. It was a $50.
Oh,
they did
really?
the Apollo $50, and the Royal Australian Mint did a silver dollar coin with an Apollo 11 50th anniversary moon landing colorized.
Cool.
I mean, it is crazy.
But
beautiful.
hard to get.
Very hard to get because they only sold them in Australia. The United States didn't even sell them here.
Oh, interesting.
So you have to buy them in Australia. I bought a few sets. I have a few sets in my collection.
Yeah.
I mean, just the duties and tariffs, and you have to run it through an importer, make it incredibly difficult to find. And they were very proud of it to start with.
Yeah,
so
wow.
an absolutely stunning coin. So they did that. They're going to do, I think, Gibraltar. They're doing one with Gibraltar. They have a couple of different mints that they're going to collaborate with. But of course, the collaboration with the Royal Canadian Mint
this will always be the
special.
first.
This will always be special.
Yeah,
and the one with Canadian, with our neighbors to the north, that you're going to have like that. And particularly given that these are two of the most popular silver coins in the world today, with the American Silver Eagle and the Canadian Maple Leaf. Like I said, so you get the Maple Leaf in the original government packaging, and then the perfect, unique, exclusive, 100% rare United States American Silver Eagle certified 70 and individually numbered.
Right, in perfect condition, of course. So we're going to take a quick little break, and when we come back, we're going to do the final 30 minutes of our 2-hour coin show. So we'll see you back in a sec.
You can't afford not to be brave. It's not even an option. When life puts a wall in front of you, you break it down. Remove the fear. Remove the uncertainty. Be authentic. They say fortune favors the bold. I've been bold all my life, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Up and you're looking to impress your friends, let me show you how to make this beautiful seafood broil using my DuraPan.
Let's do seafood for the dinner party.
I'm about to set off. I never felt so good. Not trying to deny it. I feel it in my soul.
Hey guys, let's eat.
It's the best boyfriend. I never felt so good.
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
We're jumping into the final 30 minutes of our 2-hour primetime coin show. My name is Helen Keeney. This is Mike Mizak, our resident numismatist, who's been presenting coins here for decades. And we're excited that so many of you have jumped in. And our next item, already popular just from the preview, of course, and other, showing it in the last hour, is the 2019 PR70 first day of issue limited edition. We only had 1,298. I'm not sure how many we have left. I know my producer will update me, but this
we'll update you.
It will update you, but this is gonna be quick.
I'm assuming this will be the final primetime presentation, and today was the first primetime presentation in the last hour.
It's been popular.
This is one of our infamous one and dones.
Yes.
So we bring it in, and because remember, when we do these coins, these are first day of issue annex coins exclusive to us. We individually number the coins. So oftentimes, and look, I love NGC, PCGS. We sell lots of NGC first day of issue and PCGS first day of issue. We do tons of that, but they don't number the coins.
All right.
So, you know, as long as they get first day issue eligible coins, they'll grade them technically kind of forever.
Yeah.
You know, is what it comes down to. So you have to check the population, how many there are, and whether they change. This, you know, right up front.
They're numbered.
1,298 coins, period. That's it.
And for some reason, we always have number 5 on air.
Yeah, that's why we do it, so we don't ever get confused. We always have number 5.
You always have number 5 on air. I have noticed that over the years.
We always have number 5.
Yeah.
That we do that, so we're never confused about that.
Yeah.
So I believe, you know, at the end of the day, we have, you know, we have a complete collection of number 5s.
Yeah.
So really, there's 1,297 of these coins that'll
Yeah.
technically, I think, get sold. We don't always sell the 5. We sometimes keep the 5s.
Oh.
So anyway, so you can see we have
know that.
658 sold already. So we're already about half sold out in a single airing. So let me explain to you what this coin is and why it's important and why we've already sold almost 700 coins. Okay, because it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And here's why it's a big deal. First of all, it's the S-minted Proof Silver Eagle from the United States Mint, which is about to be released. This is our preview coin that we're going to have right here, 2019 with the S-Mint. So we've got the preview coin here in our first day of issue at $199.95. So this is the price. So when we sell Proof American Silver Eagles, based on the price that the United States Mint charges, because they charge a significant premium, this is what we sell our Proof 70 first day of issue.
So this is a pre-release price.
Right, this is our preview price, if you will, our preview coin.
Yeah.
So this is $199, but it's our price. If there's any left, they're still going to be $199. It's the price we charge for Proof first day of issue American Silver Eagles, whether it be 2019, 18, 17, 16. That's what we've charged for basically all of them.
But this one's San Francisco Mint.
This is San Francisco Mint, and prior to that, they were West Point Mints, but this is the price that we charge. So I'm charging no extra for this San Francisco Mint. First of all, you're getting a first look at this that nobody else is giving you a look at, and so that's one of the reasons we've sold 650, almost 700 coins. Secondly, it's my regular issue price, of course, comes with the Red Oak presentation box at $24.95 value. Go try to find. We sell hundreds, if not thousands, of just these boxes because nobody else does these great boxes.
Right, and they're on hsn.com if you want to get some to add to your collection.
And we sell lots of them, so these will hold, you know, a certified coin. I think it holds Annex, NGC, or PCG.
Have you ever sold white gloves?
We used to, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Yeah, we used to sell boxes of them, but people just kind of get them on their own. You can find those. So anyway,
I was wondering
and you
about
want
that.
cotton gloves. You don't want to use latex or rubber at all. You want to use cotton gloves. So anyway, so we have this coin. So now here's the real deal about this coin. This is very popular. People are getting into this. People are buying this. Brand new. Do not confuse this with the West Point Minted coin that was put out at the first part of the year. The United States government is releasing a second Proof Silver Eagle, this regular issue Silver Eagle from the San Francisco Mint. They just don't do that. They did it last year, and they've never done it before. They've never done 2 different mint marks in a year when they do the Proof Silver Eagle, other than in regular issue. It's always just been 1 mint mark. So last year they did a West Point Mint and a San Francisco, and then this year they're doing a West Point Mint and a San Francisco. So fantastic, brand new, first day of issue, exclusive to us. Here's the lowdown, though, and here's one of the reasons, big reasons, we've sold 600 or 700 of these now. This is just my 30+ years of coin experience talking. I think this is going to be a very significant coin. I'm charging no extra for that. This advice is given freely. I think the way we're looking at this and what I've seen has happened in the past, that this is almost assuredly, quite likely, going to be the rarest regular issue Silver Eagle ever made by the United States government, this coin right here. This S-minted coin that you see right here, the 2019 S. And here's why. Last year, when they did the second mint mark for the very first time, the 2018, we did the same thing, sold for $199. And I said, look, I believe this is going to be the rarest Proof Silver Eagle ever, regular issue Proof Silver Eagle made by the United States government. I'm not charging any extra for that, but that's my belief. Well, the numbers are out. I was 100% correct. It is the rarest regular issue Proof Silver Eagle. It's not even close. Okay, it's not even close. 138,000 coins. Nothing even comes close to that in regular issue. I think the next one's like 358,000 or something. So that all of you that bought that 2018 S at our regular issue price of $199 last year, well done. You have the rarest regular issue, a Proof Silver Eagle made by the United States government. I think this one's going to be rarer still. And I don't think it's not only going to be the rarest Proof American Silver Eagle made by the United States Mint. I think it's going to be the rarest regular issue Silver Eagle. Proof, mint state, burnished, you name it. I think this is going to be the coin. I really believe that the final mintage on this coin will be under 100,000 coins. I think this will be an absolute true rarity that will stand the test of literally generations. And people say, well, how do you know that? And I said, well, I don't know that, but I can speculate on
Right,
that. And here's how I can do that. Is we keep track, I have basically someone in my organization that basically keeps track of the mintage of every coin made by the United States government. We keep track of the weekly sales by the United States government of every single set and coin that they sell. We track that on a weekly basis, and we lay it over year, month over month, decade over decade, quarter century over quarter century. So we know what so when I say this is the rarest this or the rarest that, I mean, we know that definitively. When I lay this over what I think is going to happen to this coin, like I said, with this being in essence the preview, and because what I'm doing is I'm tracking the West Point minted Silver Eagle. That I think is going to be the rarest this year is going to be the rarest West Point minted American Silver Eagle.
Now.
I think this is going to be the rarest West Point minted American Silver Eagle. So now we're down to what do we got? 500 coins left. We're well over half sold out. Today was our debut of this. This was our debut of this. So if I look at the West Point Minted Eagle, because that's been sold for already 6 months this year, it is already significantly behind the 2018, which was the rarest West Point Minted Eagle. So I just take and extrapolate that, and I say the S Mint this year, because of where it falls, and we kind of take into account the other releases that are going to surround it, I think what's going to happen is this coin could end up having a mintage of under 100,000. It would make it quite literally by mintage, by that, as the second rarest American Silver Eagle. Ever. The only thing rare being the 1995 W, which is a $30,000 coin. The next one would be the 2011 reverse proof coin, which is a $1,000 or $1,200 coin. This coin could fall firmly right between them and actually be rarer than the 2011.
I got to get my phone and buy this.
I'm telling you, it's a great coin. And it's just, you know, we're looking at that and people are going, well, you know, they haven't even sold it. You can't anticipate that. I said, I kind of can.
Yeah, you've been doing this long enough.
Pretty good idea what's going on, because also what's happening, so this is going to be released, I think, in a couple days. So is the brand new reverse proof 2018 Innovation Dollar. That's going to be released. Okay, so that's like a huge thing. Okay, then we have the reverse palladium coin. There's going to be fist fights over that coin. That thing's going to be insane. We have the $100 high relief gold Liberty coming out, which might be the most beautiful coin I've ever seen produced by the United States government. That's coming out in the next couple of weeks. So you have all that. Plus, we've already released all the West Point minted pennies and the West Point minted quarters and all these other things that the United States Mint has released out there. This has been one of the great years for the United States Mint. 50th anniversary of Apollo, all of those things. We got brand new coins coming out. This is just going to get lost in the wash.
All right, Leah.
Is exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be the first day sales on this. They're going to be, you know, X dollars, and then that's going to be it. And we're going to watch this thing trickle in. And at the end of the year, the Mint says, that's it. We're ready for 2020, you know? And so that's going to be it and done. And I mean, the mintage on this, I think, could be exceedingly, exceptionally, ridiculously, phenomenally low. I think it's going to be rarer than all the burnished coins, all the proof coins, all the mint state coins, dozens and dozens and dozens of which I'll sell you for double or triple or quadruple or quintuple this price in this condition. And keep in mind, so first day of issue, individually numbered, only available exclusively from us. I could charge extra for this. Like I said, and like I said, what I said about last year's coins, the 2018 W, the 2018 S, the 17 W, all of that ended up being true. Like I said, I'm not often wrong, because when I am, I put my money where my mouth is. So if I'm wrong, it costs me money. It costs me a lot of money. Okay. And so if we have a coin like this that's substantial, you know, I want you to benefit as well with this. And that's kind of the whole point of this thing with this. And so that's why I believe this. Now, I'll know much more definitively in a week or so, but keep in mind, regardless, I'm not charging a single solitary additional cent. This is the price that we're charging, whether it's the rarest or the most common or whatever it is. This is what we charge for the 19W, the 18W, the 18S, all those coins. That's our price. So I'm giving you all this information. I'm giving you the first day of issue and all that other stuff. I'm not charging any extra for that. So if it comes true, if it comes to bear, that's just an additional bonus, like our first day of issue.
Even if it doesn't, you're still getting a great deal.
You're still guaranteed our lowest price that I'm able to do on this coin. And I think that is truly and utterly spectacular. And I think that's absolutely really critically important for you to understand that, to be able to get this S-minted coin. Remember, it's not the West Point minted coin that came out at the beginning of the year. This is the brand new proof regular issue S-mint. Only the first time the government's ever done that in the last, 30, 40 years that they've done the S-mint like this, and they only the second time they've done two different mint marks in regular issue Silver Eagles, and this is going to be a high water mark. It's going to be historic. It's not only going to be the rarest S-minted American Silver Eagle.
792 sold. And counting.
And so we're down, and we have like 400 left. We're going to spend a little bit of time here. I have 400 left. I have hundreds of people on the phone. So like I said, I'm just 100% assuming this is the final primetime presentation, and today was the first primetime presentation.
Yep.
So first and last, this is what we call our one and dones. And I had a pretty fair quantity of these. I'm pretty comfortable in my assessment of this coin. So 1,298, I thought I might get a couple of days out of, a couple of airings out of it. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, unfortunately. And remember, so no extra cost or charge. I'm going to give you the Red Oak presentation box.
Included.
Absolutely included. No extra cost or charge.
We are doing FlexPay. Did I mention that?
Yeah, we got all that too.
So any major credit card, you have 4 interest-free charge card payments. So you put down $49.99, and you're going to pay your tax and shipping with the first payment, and then we mail you the coin. And then you have 3 more payments on the charge card you originally purchased for under $50. As far as we know, we're the only ones you can buy coins this way in an accredited place to buy coins. We are a publicly traded company, so we are, we've been doing coins here for decades. We feel very confident. What you see is what you get.
I love it. You go. People say, do this on the internet. Look this.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay.
Be careful.
I'm a professional coin dealer. Okay? My entire life has been buying and selling coins.
And reputation.
I am extraordinarily uncomfortable buying coins off the internet. Okay?
Even you are like looking at it like, I don't know what this is going to be.
Absolutely. I've gotten counterfeits on there because people show up and disappear just like that. You have these people, and you just don't know. So it's the Wild West out there. And look, you want to be a coin cowboy, that's your business. Go ahead and do out there. Or if you want to deal with somebody that's been here for 30 years selling coins, that's why you pick up the phone. That's why we give you, when you get a 30-day money-back guarantee, it matters that they're going to be there in 30 days. Okay?
That is a good point.
Yeah, sure, we'll give you a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you call them, I don't like the coin. Hello?
Yeah, the number you have called is no longer in service.
I go, that's just perfect.
Yes.
And then you call and report them, and they go, well, I don't care. There's nothing we can do about that. Sorry about that, cowboy. And so that's what happens, and that's why we've been here for selling coins at HSN for over a quarter of a century. We have popped up the limited
quantity sign there. It is getting down to the wire on this, Mike.
Yeah, as well I anticipated. I mean, look, it's a great coin. Yeah. First of all, it's a great coin as a standalone coin. It's the brand new S-minted, not the West Point minted, the brand new S-minted proof American Silver Eagle, okay? At preview coin, preview price, in essence, at $199.95. There's only 1,298. That's all there's ever gonna be. You can never have any more coins. On top of that, that's my regular price, $199.95. It's what I've charged for basically all the proof Silver Eagles when silver's at this price since the United States.
No matter what's going to happen in 6 months.
No matter what's going to happen.
Right.
On top of it, now I believe that this could well be the rarest Silver Eagle, a regular issue Silver Eagle made by the United States. Whether it be mint state, whether it be proof, whether it be burnished, I don't care. I think it could be the rarest one of all of them. It might end up being the second rarest Silver Eagle ever made by the United States Mint. And if that's the case, and you have bought this coin at $199.95, you have done yourself and your collection and your children and your grandchildren a favor.
Right, yes you have. And we've only got a couple more minutes. We're gonna talk about this. To order this, you need the item number. It's 628489. That's how you order. You can call the number on your screen, or you can go to hsn.com and then put in that item number. Very limited final minutes on this.
Well, we gotta do some ciphering here.
Okay.
Okay, because we gotta cipher the number that are left versus the number of people on the phone.
Oh gosh.
That's a pretty significant number. So we're basically, I'm going to round up to 900. So that's pretty good. So that leaves us 398 coins. And we have fairly close to that number of folks on the phone.
We're also going to another 2 minutes on this. My producer just let us know. Because so we're going to make sure everybody gets a chance to get in on it.
Because like I said, it is such a significant opportunity. Because once again, so you get the coin first day of issue, which is exclusive to us. Whoops. That's what happens when you get all of our lights on a brilliant proof, perfect coin.
It's a shiny coin
so people
with
are going,
highlights.
well, what's that little thing right there? Now, it's interesting. That's not anything on the coin. If you'll notice, you see 2 of them. So it's something on the holder because it's reflected in the coin. There you go, now it's gone.
Okay.
And so that's how you know if something is on the coin or on the holder.
You got a good
if
eye.
there's 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I looked at, 100 million coins probably in my life. Yeah.
All right, you definitely have a leg up there.
And that's one of the reasons I wear glasses. I'm mostly blind from the coins anyway, is what it comes down to. So what we have is a new proof American Silver Eagle. S Mint.
Yeah.
Remember, it's only the second time the government's ever done a secondary mint mark in the course of a year. In all the years they've been doing the American Silver Eagle, there we go. That's important. That's incredible. Okay, so we're going to have that. So that's a big thing. That it's the S Mint coin. So you add that. This is my regular price. I have the red oak presentation box. It's first day of issue. It's 100% exclusive to us. Now I'm going to give you kind of some of the inside information.
Okay.
And this is the important part, and it's free.
Yeah, this is the part I love.
Okay, I'm not charging any extra for this. I'm just taking a look at, we track basically every coin made, issued, sold, released by the United States Mint. We track weekly sales figures. We track everything about every single solitary one of these coins. And I think given all of the stuff that I am looking for out there in the marketplace right now, and when I see these coins, and when I see what's happening, I believe that this coin could end up, are you ready for this, with a mintage that's under 100,000. That's an absolutely stupefying number for American Silver Eagles, let alone a proof American Silver Eagle. That would mean that the only other American Silver Eagle, proof, mint state, burnished, that is going to be rarer than this coin by mintage, it's going to be the 1995 W. That coin in this condition is $30,000. I think it's going to beat out the 2011.
What?
Yeah, that's right. That's what the 1995. It's a classic. It's the king of the American Silver Eagle.
Wow.
The 2011 right now is number 2. That's the 25th anniversary reverse proof American Silver Eagle. They made 100,000 of that coin. That coin, the last time I sold it here on the air, I think it was $1,200 or $1,500. This coin, I think, has an extraordinary opportunity of being even rarer than that coin, and even rarer than that coin. Now, that is information. If that comes to bear, if that comes to pass, this could quite likely at $199.95 be one of the great coin purchases you've ever made. But once again, I am, in essence, speculating on that.
Right.
Now, that is decades and decades and decades of experience coming to bear.
I don't know if I've ever heard you say that in the 10 years of, I mean, maybe one other time. I remember you saying something like that.
Because it doesn't happen that much.
Yeah.
I mean, this one, okay, not the rarest. Okay, not the rarest, not the rarest, not the rarest.
Right.
Well, the last time I did something like this was the 2017, we're over 1,000 sold now. The 2017 West Point minted burnished $50 American Silver Eagle.
I remember that.
And I told you this, and I said, look, it is now the rarest gold coin made by the United States government in the last 100 years. People are like, what?
That went.
And that coin was like $4,000, and now it's like $6,000 or $7,000 or $8,000 in the marketplace. All of you that bought that, great job.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't happen very often.
No,
that was the last time I had one that was kind of this rare.
I
was
have
2017.
rarely heard you get this excited about the future of a coin. And you seem so confident.
And here's the thing, I'm charging nothing extra for that.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Right.
Now, if I was out here trying to sell this for $299 and saying, you need to pay the extra $100 because I think it's going to be rare,
yeah,
no, that's not something I'm going to do. It's not something we're going to do here. This is the price I'm charging anyway.
Right.
Okay, this is $199.95 is my regular price.
We're just speculating.
If all that other stuff comes true, that's just a bonus.
That's
if it's
icing on
not,
the cake.
you still get the only only the second San Francisco minted.
Well worth it at this price.
That's right, supplemental minted proof Silver Eagle in history. So you're getting a great coin at $199 regardless. If all the other stuff comes to bear, then that's pretty special.
I feel like the dealers are now getting, because it's like rolling the numbers.
We were like $890 and then we come back and it's like $960.
Yes.
And so, somebody clearly bought a dozen or 2 dozen or 3 dozen.
They buy them in clumps.
And keep in mind that the Annex first day of issue, of course, is 100% exclusive to us here at HSN.
Yes.
So this is the $199.95, absolute guaranteed lowest price for an Annex first day of issue. You ask me, do I ever see these coins appear other places?
Yes.
This is one of those coins. We will go out there and see it in other places. And everybody would have purchased it here. Yeah, probably next week.
Probably next week. All right, guys, we are going to keep you updated. So keep shopping. Write down that number, 682-8 489, 682-489 on your screen. I'm gonna show you the wall of coins, a huge 25-year collection that we presented, very popular. 100 sets were picked up in this show alone, 1968 to 1992, under $300. The item number is 664749. This is the first 25 years of the San Francisco Mint proof sets, 1968 to 1992. It breaks down to $2.50 per coin, all in the original government packaging. So you can see you're getting not only the lens with the original coins in it, but also you're getting the cardboard box. Mike, aren't you proud of me of all the words I'm using, like lens?
Very good. Good job with your words.
I've been picking up these words over the years. I pick up a word here and a word there, and I just threw out the word lens because that's not the plastic case. It's a lens. Okay.
It's a lens.
It's a lens. All right. So,
and then this is called a slab.
A slab. I did not know that. Oh, he's got to get a new word for me. Customer pick. I already know you love this. 2019 West Point Mint 1969, 4.8 out of 5-star review. First day of issue, limited edition, 1776, set of 3 Lincoln cents at $189.95. Why is everybody so excited about this one?
The government's never done it before. So if you want all of the West Point minted Lincoln cents ever made by the United States government in the 110 years they've been making the Lincoln cent, it would be these 3.
Oh, they just made 3 and that's it.
Just 3 this year. Now look at the sold counter, 1,256. So there's only 500 left out of the 1776.
Oh boy.
So, and it's like, okay, so where do you get these coins?
Yep.
Well, the Mint didn't release them individually. They don't come in their own set.
Did you crack them open and grade them?
No, they're bonus coins.
Oh.
If you bought the United States government issue proof set with all the S-minted coins,
yes,
they sent you this in a little baggie.
Ah.
If you bought the silver proof set from the United States government, they sent you one of these in a baggie.
Well, how can those grade well if they're set in a baggie?
They don't. That's why.
Okay.
That's why the Mint State
okay.
69 is such a big deal.
And that's like the best you can get.
I have a few Mint State 70 sets.
How much are they?
I think they're $999. If you go to hsn.com, check that out.
All right.
And then this, if you buy the Mint set, then you get this coin once again in a little baggie. This is the coin right here in Mint State 69. There's many people in first day of issue paid over $189.95 for this coin in NGC, PCGS, whatever it is. This coin, extraordinarily difficult. This coin in Mint State 70, we sell the set for $9.99. In NGC or PCGS, I don't think you can find that coin for less than $2,000 in Mint State 70.
Really?
So that's a big deal.
Wow.
So we've got the sets, and these are all 3 of them. So you had to buy a proof set, a silver proof set, and a United States government mint set. And then you had to have them certified, and you can't do all that for basically $189.95. And then go ahead and put it in a red oak presentation box.
Oh, this is a nice one. Is a set? Oh, look at that. That's nice.
So that's beautiful. Plus, we individually match numbered them, so all the numbers match in every one of these. Only 1,776. Now you understand why we've sold 1,200 plus of these.
And ours are 5.
That's right. Exactly. And that's why we're looking at this. And then of course, you know, you got that. You got the flex pay. You got all the other stuff. I mean, you know.
And we ship with the first payment. It's on your charge card that you already own, $47.49. When you do the first payment, we send you the entire set right away. Because I know over the years people have said, "Oh, you paid off and then we mail it to you like, well, layaway." No, it's the obverse of layaway using coin language. See, I'm trying to impress Mike today. And do you like that one, Mike? We send with the first payment, so it's the opposite.
Yeah, I'd go with diametrically opposed.
Oh, okay. There you go. He's throwing it out. Okay.
For no reason.
Every time I work so hard, he's pushing me right back.
No, that's not true at all. I was very happy with the lens.
You were, I know. You
Very happy.
actually looked excited that I got that word.
There you go. Yeah, that's the one right there. So Rick
okay.
pulled that right up for us. So that's the 70 set.
Oh, there's $1,000.
$1,000.
Okay.
I got a dozen.
They'll sell out though.
Sold
8.
What?
You have 8.
Sorry.
It is 8.
I got 8.
They're already selling.
They're of course they are.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the Mint State 70 coin, the SP 70 coin.
Yeah.
You can't find that coin for $999.95 in 70.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, PCGS or NGC, that's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 coin.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, so we're gonna have this. So I want to go back at what these coins are. Because one of the reasons like that S-Mint Silver Eagle is going to be a big deal, okay?
Yes.
That all those other things are going to be big deals is these coins are one of those reasons.
There's how many are sold.
Okay, 1264. Because they were not released by themselves. You only could buy, you had to buy the regular issue set.
And then they came separately in a bag.
And then it came separately. So I would order 100 of these sets.
Oh.
And they would take 100 of these coins in little plastic bags, throw them all into a box, and then I'd get the box, and they're just a mess. Getting this coin in 70, almost impossible. This one's a little easier in 70. They did a little better job with this coin, impossible in 70. I think the entire population is like 1,000 coins for all the grading services.
Oh my goodness.
In 70, yeah. It's just ridiculous. As a matter of fact, I think the United States Mint is currently sold out of US Mint sets because of this coin.
Oh, really?
Right here, because everybody wanted this coin right here. And so the only way to get them is to buy the other coin sets. So you had to buy a proof set, you had to buy a silver proof set, you had to buy a mint set, then you had to have those, and then you had to get them graded, and that's $90. And then the proof set and the mint set and all that is more than $90. So you can't do this for $189.95.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, like this coin, I have a bunch of these coins graded mint state 65.
Oh.
65, 66, 67, 68, 69s and 70s are crazy rare.
And what we bring on air is the 69.
That's right. We bring this one to 69. We had a few. We had 8 of the 70 sets at $1,000.
But they are on hsn.com if you want them.
They are. Please go there.
Yep.
And then we've got the reverse proof. Now, this coin we can do in 70. I think I sell that for $199 by itself or $179 in 70. That's the easiest coin to get in 70. This coin, I haven't had this in 70 other than in the set in 5 months.
Oh, really?
I think we sold them out at $249 or $279 or $349
for the one coin.
For this coin in
yeah.
70. So 69 is the highest affordable grade that we're going to have here. First day of issue, you get all 3 coins. You get, look, in the Red Oak presentation box, this is $29.95.
Just for the box.
Just for the box.
Yeah.
So now you take that out of there, you're basically $50 a coin for the 69s right across the board on that. $50 a coin is a tremendous, I think, value for that.
Yeah.
So the lights in the studio are doing no favors to these coins.
I know. I'm
is
trying to
what it
show
comes
a little
down
bit.
to.
Yeah.
We had a couple of presentations of this, and like I said, over 1,500 of these coins, or I'm sorry, over 1,200 of these coins had already been spoken for. We're down to about the final 500 trios of these. The United States government, now, these are West Point minted coins. Now understand, the United States government, one of the cool things they did is they've never done West Point minted Lincoln cents before. Well, they made some coins at West Point Mint, they think in 82 and 83, but they didn't put mint marks on them. So we just don't know 100% if they're going to be West Points or not. We're not 100% sure, but these have got the mint marks. These are the only 3 United States government issued coins that have got a West Point mint mark on them. That's just the fact of the matter.
Right, and also, you know, graded and on FlexPay, $47.49 on any major credit card, and we'll mail you all 3 of them with the Red Oak presentation box with your first payment. And it's a customer pick, so we already know you guys love this.
Yeah, and you know, and we've already
4.8 out of 5 stars.
for 1,200 people with doing that. So like I said, there were 1,280 now sold.
Oh my goodness.
So we're under 500 available. So remember, you get all 3 at $189. That's not $189.95 a piece. That's all 3 coins with the Red Oak presentation box. All of that for $189.95. Like I said, spectacular opportunity. Final 500 of these going out the door. And so as the United States government does these special issue things, they don't necessarily have an opportunity or desire or a necessity of doing this next year. So, you know, if this becomes a one and done thing, this is one of those deals that collectors will kind of search after this for years and years and years and years as a one-time only thing.
Or buy it here now.
Or buy it here now. That's
or
right.
buy it here now easily.
Stay ahead of the down the road game.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And you know, some of you have already picked it up and loved it and took the time to write a review. I know we're going to talk about this for one more minute, and then we're going to sneak in one last thing in our 2-hour show. So kind of final seconds on this, Mike, one more minute to talk about this.
Well, once again, it's unique and it's complete. Now understand, completeness is important. So let's say you want all the San Francisco minted Lincoln cents. That's an endeavor, okay? That is hundreds of thousands of dollars and weeks and months and maybe years of work.
And connections.
And connections. I want all the Philadelphia minute pennies, same thing. I want all the Denver minute pennies, same thing. I mean, it's a huge deal in high grade like that. Okay, I want all the West Point minted Lincoln cents. Okay.
Okay.
One phone call. Okay, we can do that. One phone call, all 3, put them in a Red Oak presentation box, you're done.
You're done.
And it's a one-time only deal.
Yep.
Plus, with this reverse proof, I think it's only the second reverse proof Lincoln cent ever done by the United States government anyway.
Oh, look at that.
In terms of, you know, now they've done many proof Lincoln cents, but never in West Point mint before.
Yeah.
Absolutely, positively incredible with that.
So we've got just about a minute or so left in the show, Mike. I'm wondering if you could do a like a second on this Silver Eagle.
Yeah,
that,
just a little bit.
Just to kind of
This is
round
the
up the
Silver
show.
Eagle. So we're showing you this right here. This is the 19S American Silver Eagle that we're going to have. The key to this is that S Mint mark. Only 1,298 in the entire edition. Like I said, my regular issue price, 1,168, only 10 dozen remaining.
Oh,
so
my
this is the
goodness.
brand new S Mint, just being released, preview pricing, preview coin that you're gonna see right there. This is, like I said, I was kind of doing a little speculation on this and saying that this coin is going to be, I think, the rarest regular issue Silver Eagle ever made by the United States government. And now, once again, I'm not charging any extra for that. If that comes to be true, this will be, I think, one of the great $199.95 you have ever spent on a United States government issue coin, because the coins that would surround it then would be $30,000 and $1,500, and you get it for $199.95.
All right, well, fun 2-hour show. I learned a lot, and I made a couple of mistakes, but it's always right. I love it. All right, stay tuned. My good friend Adam Freeman is coming up next with more great items here at HSN, so stay tuned.
As Mike always says, if you're going to collect something, it might as well be money. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to HSN. I hope I find you well. I hope your day's gone well. We have a lot of good